The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
There's a little thing, I've got to believe in the cards like my friends believe in me. Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain the unstoppable Exodia. Ah, impossible! I've assembled all 5 special cards, all 5 pieces of the puzzle. Da 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 da. The music playing. Exodia! Ah, it's not possible. No one's ever been able to call him. Exodia, obliterate! Ah! Hello everyone, welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is no... I'm your host, Amanama, and with me here is somebody that can't speak either.
Ah.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Anirudh, that's what I was going to say, and with me here are 2 other folks that play this game.
Yeah, it's Muhammad and Daisy, or Daisy and Muhammad. You could say us in either order. I don't think it matters. I don't know if you have a
come
preference.
on. We already introduced ourselves.
Great, welcome to the show, everyone. Rather than redo the intro, I'm going to leave that in and hope that... And Daisy, you're editing this one. I hope that you realize that's the start of the episode.
Anirudh, the fact that it only took you... This is the 4th episode that you are not editing, and you have already been like, you'll fix it in post.
I have become one of you guys, basically. Man. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm hoping that was the last remnants of the chaos that the previous episode was.
It's absolutely not.
You mean we're recording this right after the last episode?
I mean, no, it's been a week.
Whoa.
Totally been a week. Mansoor has decided to take the opportunity from cross-dimensional travel and has decided to re-examine cross-time travel once again. And so I believe right now he has decided to go back in time to when the show started. So he's, a few years back. That's where he last told me, at least. I don't know if he's bounced around stuff. As far as I can tell, nothing has changed. Though, actually, now that I think about it, maybe the Bernstein Bears thing was him.
Wait, you mean it's not the Barnstone Bears?
What? Anyway, so Mansoor's traveling to time. We wish him the best of luck, and please don't change too much of that. Although by the time he listens to this, he's here or in the future. I actually don't know. You know what? Time travel doesn't work unless it's in this story. Speaking of this story, someone want to give a recap of what happened last time without the chaos involved?
Let's go.
I made a friend. It was great. We got on a boat. There was some geysers, but they were like mind geysers, but they were real geysers, but they were mind geysers. And then I think we found the One Piece. But it's also in a mansion, and it's disguised as a rock horn. Yeah, so I think we gotta go there, because there's been somebody hit the shifter on the railroad track.
Somehow that worked. Imagine. I can't wait. This is not going to be the case. I can guarantee it. But I cannot wait until One Piece is done and it's revealed that the One Piece actually is like a horn made out of rocks. And we just predict this years ahead. Anything to add, Mohammed?
I'm still touching. I called nose goes, and I'm still touching my nose. So yeah, I got nothing.
Good.
Kyle spent the
All
whole
right.
episode touching his nose.
And on that wonderful note, I feel like that should be the remainder get rid of all that excess energy, wiggle your arms around, and shake everything that you need. Get on that diving board and let us dive on it. Welcome to the start of the episode. Officially, the real part. As we have dived on in, here is where I will ask a question. First off, it's we transition to the night. I'm gonna say no dreams, yay,
Boo.
or booed.
Peace at last.
The next 24 hours are consistent of what? You guys are on the boat the entire time. I don't know who you want to hang out with. I don't know what you want to do. If there's anything of importance, I have rolled off screen and determined that there are no events that will occur. So I leave it up to you to initiate conversation and do what you want to do. Obviously, more people have more information, or no, or not. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, I probably am gonna try and wake up before Kyle, so that when he gets up and is like ready to go, I'm like, hold on, sit down, because you told me this rock crew wasn't anything to deal with. You got to tell me everything about them now, because apparently they know something about this. They're going to this mansion too. Now we have to go. You said they weren't related to recruit stuff. Are you sure?
Is that how Rose asks it? Like, is that?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. And Kyle, like, he just kind of shrugs and just says, I mean, this is honestly just a coincidence. Like, genuinely. Like, those three bumbling buffoons have no idea what they're doing. They just heard about some treasure. Might be the rock horn, might be something else. It's a rich family, who knows?
Have you talked to them before? Like, talked to them?
As in about this, or as in general?
To know how they act and how they think?
Like I told you, I've had a couple run-ins with them. I've, arrested them a couple of times. Nothing, that's it.
Because I think they're not quite as bumbling as you seem to believe.
This is like, Kyle puts on like his serious face of like, if they were something to worry about, I would tell you. I hope you realize this.
I know that. At least I want to, but I'm trying to tell you, you probably don't want to make this snap judgment. When I was talking to them, they seemed pretty interested in your movements in particular. I think they know something. I don't think it's a coincidence now. Now we know this horn is here.
I mean, I can tell you that they don't know anything about the horn. Whoever hired them might know something about the horn, but they don't. And they just have a personal vendetta with me because, I mean, they haven't had a good time with me around. So,
if that's what you want to believe, just be on the lookout. And I like
Kyle
walk
just
out.
Kyle nods and says, "I'm gonna talk to Officer North, and we'll figure something out."
Yeah, I think I've just like walked out of the room at that point.
Kyle's just sitting there like, I mean, I was talking, I was about to make a point, but if this how Rose is gonna act, is how Rose is gonna act. All right, fine, be that way.
She's feeling a little confident now that she made a friend.
Speaking of friend, are you going to go visit the friend or just wander around the boat? What's
I probably just will go to the breakfast car, but if Kyle wanted to go do officer whatever rank north stuff.
Rank north.
Because I got more time last episode, so I want to see what he's up to.
True. Okay. Let's jump over with that then.
Kyle's whole interaction with Officer North was gonna be, we had a change in plans. The friend that we mentioned is, or I don't know if Kyle's gonna be like, oh yeah, like Indy the Vampy mentioned that He's going up to the mansion, and we figured we'd join him. So we're all heading up in the same direction. That's it. That's Kyle's whole conversation with Officer North.
Roll
Kyle awkwardly
insight
gazes
on
across the
North.
horizon next to North. So,
Are you just in the
just
distance,
change
like,
your
watching?
plans.
Just
We're
watching,
going-
being like, Kyle, roll insight on North.
Survey says 14 minus 1.
14 minus 1. He listens to you. You can tell his mind is somewhere else. Sorry, it's they. It's they. Magnezone doesn't have gender. They look at you, but their mind is somewhere else. And you're not exactly sure why, but you like he's registering what you're saying. I said he again. They're registering what they're saying, what you're saying, and they recognize it, they appreciate it, they note it down, and then just refocus on the distance is basically what it is. Whatever they're looking at.
Are they just staring out from the boat? Like, are they just staring into the middle distance?
Yeah, they're just staring off into space. I think you guys, like Rose said, I think you are in the breakfast car.
Yeah.
And just they are just Magnezone's just staring off.
I think Kyle's just gonna just wave his hand in front of North's eye. Right? Magnezone have 2 eyes or 1? I can never remember. Yeah, Magnezone has 2 eyes.
3, right?
Is
thought it
it
was
3
2.
actually? Wait,
I thought it was 2.
It's either 1 or 3.
it's 3. It's
It's
one giant
3.
one in the
Well,
middle
I
and
guess
then 2 arms.
technically,
Well, is
You
that
could
thing in
call
the
those-
middle? Is that thing in the middle an eye? I don't think it is.
I've always thought of it
I
as
thought that was the eye.
I did not. I never thought of that as an eye. I always thought it was the 2 on the sides that were eyes.
That's interesting.
Um,
That's actually really funny.
I'll go with Bulbapedia. It says its main eye is in the center, containing a large red pupil. On each side of its body, it has a ball-shaped addition, with each side containing an eye, horseshoe magnet, and Phillips head screw. These secondary eyes can move independently, etc., etc., etc.
Oh, interesting.
Same
Yeah.
energy as when I thought Miss Drevis's necklace thing was just really big teeth.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
funny.
Yeah, I guess I never.
Thought of that as an eye. Yeah, so I guess Kyle just waves his hand in front of North and is just like, are you good?
Yes, I am fine. I'm puzzled.
Kyle just
How many pieces?
eyebrow raise. Go on.
Well, my plans had initially changed slightly, I think partially due to this. And then Magnezone pulls out a paper that looks very familiar to you.
Invitation?
Invitation.
Kyle just kind of slowly nods and is just asks, when did you get this paper? When did you get this invitation?
I got this last night.
Kyle just kind of slowly nods and I think kind of gives North a questioning look of just like, all right, so what are you gonna do?
Well, the idea right now is to continue with the game plan to travel to the blank mansion, now with slightly more caution, I suppose.
Kyle nods. They're in the dining hall. Is Rocket Rampage also here?
Make a perception, investigation. Actually, investigation. I think you're searching for them as opposed to just scanning for them.
I've got 7 + 1.
They don't seem to be in the hall.
Okay. I think Kyle just goes, and what about? Hold on, because North just said proceed with caution. Okay. I think Kyle's just gonna say, and how about dealing with our suspects?
Well, the way that you're describing them, it sounds like they are heading towards. This is it. I finally found North's voice. They're heading towards the blank mansion. So I suppose the best idea would be to wait for them and apprehend them there. But your new words trouble me. It does seem like there is something more nefarious at hand, though I doubt. Personally, from my dealings with the Muscle family, I doubt it's based on them. It sounds like there are external forces at play that happen to be coinciding with this.
Kyle just kind of slowly nods, and I think Kyle will be like, well, I have some connections in the area if you want to, bring a little bit more poke power into this.
Oh, really? That sounds interesting. Yes, the more the merrier. More recruits, I presume.
I'm sorry, Anirudh, say that again.
More recruits, I presume.
Do you want to word that differently?
Does North know?
No, have we just? Oh, gosh, maybe this is my terminology at hand. I presume the other. No, I guess guild members would be the proper word for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I was like, rephrase that, my guy, because
Okay.
otherwise we got problems.
That's true. I guess we have defined them as guild members as opposed to more guild members, I presume.
Kyle's brain shatters. What?
Yeah, no, I think Kyle's just gonna kind of give like a half shrug of just like couple guild members, couple non-guild members, some connections I've made during my exchange program.
Very cool, very cool. The more the merrier, certainly, especially if they are former guild members and other items like that. That would be great. Additional assistance would always be great. But
Kyle just
North starts like staring off in the distance again.
Kyle just gives a nod, and I think I was like, okay. When we arrive in Steamport, we can rendezvous on the other side of town at the exit of town towards the mansion. We can rendezvous there. I'll
Sure.
rally the troops and
Sounds
meet
like
you
a
there.
plan. Very good. And North again, looking off in the distance. You can tell you've seen this before with North back in the day. The brain is working, and like you can almost feel the gears moving in his head as he's going through like hardcore calculations, just trying to
Yeah.
think like, okay.
And here's the thing: North isn't wrong. North just doesn't have all the puzzle pieces.
Yeah,
And Kyle does it. Kyle's not gonna share those puzzle pieces for obvious reasons. But
But they're edge pieces.
So I want to actually confirm with both of you. Who are the people that we have confirmed are heading to this mansion? Beside you two, obviously.
It's like everybody, right?
It's like
not
half
literally
the
everybody.
It's half the people that like we've interacted with in this arc. It's Kyle, Rose, from the recruits. It's Kyle, Rose, Mrs. Quagmire, and Pearl. Then you have Rock and Rampage, the three of them, and then you have North and Indy also heading up there.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know if Indy got an invitation or not. North got an invitation, but was heading up there anyways on Kyle's tip. Rocket Rampage was heading there regardless because I'm guessing someone hired them. And then we have the recruits there because now apparently this is recruit business.
Gotcha.
I bet they hired Hoopa.
Who
They're
hired
in
Hooper?
charge of everything. Rock and Rampage.
Rock and Rampage. That would be the plot twist of the century if we make Rock and Rampage the real masterminds.
Honestly, I wouldn't care. I would just smack them up and move on. I've dealt with a legendary. You think these three are of any concern?
It's like,
to me?
you know-
They can't even evolve.
I mean, neither can you, but
Only you think that.
yeah, plot twist. It's actually just you guys.
It's but then why is this random Cyndaquil researching this? Why is this a known phenomenon?
It's a known
riddle me
phenomenon.
this.
It's a phenomenon because the Cyndaquil has only been experimenting on recruits.
It's and this Cyndaquil's. Oh my goodness, the Cyndaquil's experiencing it because this Cyndaquil is a recruit.
That'd be a plot twist. I hope that's enough awkward silence so that it can make, potentially be like maybe. Okay. Cool. So this conversation happens. I think you've had this done. Cool. Let's bounce over to Rose. Maybe Rose. Do you feel like you're searching out folks?
I think actually, yeah. I'm given what we said, I probably was like, I would think I would go to the breakfast cart like first to just like eat quickly, probably. But I think I want to try and find Rock and Rampage.
Ooh. Okay. Give me an investigation, I suppose.
Okay, and that's smart.
That is smart. Yes.
I guess I can't lure them out with Pokepos because I already said I got all those gone. All the rock ones. It's a 5 + 1 is 6.
It looks like they are not. Well, are you searching just in the car, the dining car equivalent?
No, I think I would be trying to search the boat, but
Okay. Gotcha.
it seems like I guess maybe the boat is too big if I'm rolling that low. But I don't know. It's up to you on the interpretation.
Yes,
Maybe
I think.
they find me first.
I think they would not. You can't seem to find them on the boat. So either they are holed up in their rooms, or they're just not where you're searching. Maybe they've left. You wouldn't put it past them, to be honest. With, I mean, they did get
they saw
informed that
Kyle and Officer
North.
North, and they jumped ship. And they were like, "Nope, we're done."
You know what? If I can't find them, I think I might go to the captain.
To the captain of the ship.
Yeah, or like whoever I would, like, if whoever I would report a lost child to at the shopping mall, so they can go on the PA system and be like,
I love this.
and be like, hello, little
don't-
baby, your parent is looking for you. Please come to the coat check.
That's amazing. I don't have a captain actually. So do you have one? A name in Pokemon?
Yeah, let me grab a Pokemon real quick. The Pokemon is a Tyrant.
This is a beautiful captain of the
the
ship. They
name-
can't jump in the water or.
The name is.
I can also absolutely see a Tyrant with a little captain's hat. I can see it. Actually, like Tyrant's one of the few Pokemon whose skull could like actually like rock a captain's hat.
Their name is Dorian.
Dorian.
And I think they probably.
Cool. Hello. I think you could just walk in. Hello. How are you?
Hi. I don't mean to bother you, but
No.
do you
How can I help?
do you have the ability to like make announcements across the whole ship?
Of course.
I've been trying to find my friends. I know that we got on the boat together, but and I saw them at the beginning. But I've been trying to find them today. I can't find them at all. Their names are Ignis, Metamorph, and Seti.
Yep.
They're maybe you've seen them. They're a Roly-Coly, a Geodude, and Rock and Roller, right?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind making an announcement, I'm like, I'm trying to find them.
Well, let me take a look here. And you see they pull out the passenger guide. Do you want to sneak a peek?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. In that case, roll whatever sneaking a peek would be. I don't. Not on purpose.
Whoa! I
mean,
got a perfect roll on sneak
Whoa.
peek.
I rolled sneak peek and got a nat 20. This would
It
be.
was one coin that said sneak on one side and peek on the other. If I get sneak, I get to see it. If I get peek, I get to see it.
Roll a dex roll. I guess it's some sort of dex
Yeah,
thing.
stealth.
Roll a cool roll for me.
Oh
Yeah, that'd be
goodness.
stealth.
A cool. That's -1. Oh, jeez. 11 -1, 10.
No.
Just barely make it. All right. Give me someone that you're looking for. Give me a single Pokemon. Up to you how you want to. You can pick anybody on the ship, anybody that's not on the ship. Actually, let me restate that because that didn't make any sense. You can look for
I'm
one
looking
single
for
name on this
Hoopa.
sheet. You can search for one Pokemon on this sheet, or you can search for somebody else. And I will put quotations on that.
I would just be looking for like Roly-Coly, right? Ignis.
Okay. Yeah. You take a look on the page really quickly, and you find that Ignis is not on the paperwork.
Are they on there?
Well, let me see here.
Because
Doesn't look like they're in our paperwork.
my eyes like go wide, like, oh, uh-oh. Well,
Perhaps they missed the boat?
Rose is trying to determine whether she wants to tattle. Because she did technically already say that the group was seen on the boat. At the beginning, I said I saw them earlier on the boat. But it seems like that wasn't picked up.
Oh, I think. Let me roll something real quick. I think they're giving you the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, maybe not this boat. Maybe you were on another boat, or maybe you saw them get on. They got off real quick. I don't think he's thinking you saw them like an hour ago. I think he's thinking you saw them like at the beginning of the journey, and maybe they got off or something.
Ah, jeez. Oh, I want to find them. Can I think I'll say then, like, well, maybe just in case, could I make an announcement really quick? Never mind. It's okay. I'll just go. I was just worried. I thought, maybe they were running late and just like jumped on or something, but
This is where. Are you trying to give up, or are you trying to be like, oh shucks, I need help? Like,
I'm just trying to see what their reaction is to me doing that, saying that.
okay, what am I gonna do here?
I guess I'm trying to determine what this captain's priorities are.
I think the captain is willing to make an announcement on your behalf, if that's what you're asking for.
I think I think if he comes up with that, then probably, and I'd say, okay, then can you just say, Ignis, Rose is looking for you?
Sure, I can do that. That's not a problem. If they don't meet up with you, they probably missed the boat. There's another one that's 12, not even 12 hours. I think it's like 3 or 6 hours behind, so they'll probably meet up with you when we reach Steamboat. It won't be too big of an issue.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'll keep looking though. But if you could make that announcement, that'd be great.
Yeah, you'll hear it in a couple moments. Let me just reestablish our position and other nautical terms here.
The boat has turned upside down in the meantime.
The boat has decided to just fly at this point, and we're like, that's not right. Let me just fix that real quick. Click, click.
Accidentally started driving upriver. Oops.
Oh, shucks. I should not have done that. Let me just slide that over there. All right.
I'm curious what Kyle's reaction would be when he hears the announcement go off.
Sure. A couple minutes later, you just hear ding, ding, ding. Hello. Very quickly, just a brief announcement. Ignis, Rose is looking for you. I repeat, Ignis is looking. Rose. I can't even say anything. I don't think this is. I think that the captain is much better at this than I am personally. But Ignis, Rose is looking for you. I repeat, Ignis, Rose is looking for you. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I don't know. Kyle, what's your reaction to hearing that?
Kyle, I honestly, I don't think Kyle really minds or cares. The Kyle's just like, well, okay, I guess this is Rose's game plan. Rose doesn't trust what I'm saying. Rose can find out I was telling the truth the hard way, I guess. Or I guess
just a massive shrug emoji.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, like, you want to go out and verify this yourself? By all means, feel free. Like, Kyle does not see the Rocket Red page as like any level of a threat at all, so Kyle's not really worried.
Right. It's interesting that Kyle assumes that's Rose's goal.
I mean,
Kyle does a lot of assuming.
Kyle's assuming that Rose isn't working with them. I think it's a pretty safe assumption, considering Rose has established that she's like scared of them to a degree, or
concerned. I think probably.
Like,
yeah,
worried about what they could potentially be doing there, right? Like, it's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Rose hasn't been trying to present as scared, because considering the first time we talked about it, when you said they're criminals, she was like, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I think Kyle's just like, all right, if I end up having to clean up this mess, it's fine. I've got the bandwidth for it.
I just find it funny that Kyle is still, maybe not funny necessarily, but interesting that Kyle is still in this. I mean, it's been a day, so Kyle is in this assumption mindset of believing he knows what everyone is planning on doing.
And it's not been a day. Kyle's been known everything for a while now. Right.
From Rose's perspective.
Well, yeah.
Hello, welcome to the midsection. This is Daisy and I'm in charge of the midsection today. I'm here to tell you about some midsection stuff. If you aren't familiar, I play Rose on the podcast and am the proud operator of the Game Corner here at Not a Scratch. And I want to say thank you for listening to this episode. As always, episodes come out weekly, so be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episodes so far and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is share us with your friends. Share us with somebody who likes blueberry pomegranate Gatorade. Or any type of Gatorade flavor, maybe, because that's probably more people. Do that. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help us to bring new people into our community and give us advice on where we can improve in the future. You can also follow us on all sorts of social media, available in the episode description, or you can email us at notascratchcast@gmail.com. If you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us, you can find us there. We also have a Discord for Not a Scratch, and a bunch of awesome people have already joined. You can join to help us build the Not a Scratch community. We've got a website which you can check out at www.notascratchcast.com. The website has access to all of our episodes, our merch page, and a bunch of awesome items. There's an art page where we post commissioned and fan art, and if you send us your fan art, you might see it on our website. And we'll be updating all that over time, so stay tuned. For today's episode, I want to thank Glitch X City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land Lo-Fi Remix, Abandoned Ship Remix, Team Skull Leader Guzma Remix, and Menu Select Theme Metroid Prime remix. I also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs RMS Titanic and Lively Cafe. We also want to shout out our patrons. We here at Not a Scratch have a Patreon where you can get amazing extra benefits regarding the show and its future. You can get early episodes, you can get uncut episodes right when they're released. You can also check out the Game Corner where a completely new amorphous story that I start to run shows up every month. And there's more. Like this, you'll also be recognized during the show. Thank you to our patrons, Ginny, Ursa93, Eli, Pure Glaceon, Damon Liger, Simon Peloakim, Fennec, Evelyn C., Journeyman Negative, Robert O., Arming Sword and Buckler, and Blue Iriweir. For more information about the Patreon, check out the links in the episode description, or contact us on Twitter and Discord. If you are interested in having a promo on the show for your podcast, we'd love to help. All you have to do is send us an email or contact us on Twitter or Discord, and we'd be happy to discuss more. Now, I think there was some important information just about to be revealed. Let's get back to the episode. Midsection over.
Cool. I don't think Ignis comes to meet you, Rose, surprisingly. I don't know if that was a big shock or not, but well, actually,
I mean, my plan was less of necessarily like waiting for him to come and more of like I wanted to get the whole crew knowing that like I knew they were somewhere and was looking for them specifically so I could like try and find their reaction of like
You're trying to
what
smoke
they
them
would
out,
do.
kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Like I almost contemplated being like Rose and Kyle are looking for you or Corporal North is looking for you. But
gosh, what do I do with this? So I rolled for a reaction, not really thinking of what a good or bad number would be, and I rolled a nat 20. Does that mean that this works perfectly and as you intended, or does this mean that they absolutely realize everything that's wrong with about what's about to happen?
I mean, it's ultimately up to you. I would think it would be.
Did you roll for them or did you roll for Rose?
I rolled for them.
I mean,
But
there's options here about what that could mean, I guess. But whichever one is interesting is that like what we'd go with. Because one aspect is I think as I'm looking, they just run into me, or Ignis does or something. Either as they're like fleeing, or maybe he's like particularly like, okay, I'll go see what's up and looking for me. Or I guess, yeah. So I guess the two options would be the.
Well, it's either this
he
nat 20
decides
means
to
it
meet-
works perfectly the way Rose wants, or they make the perfect escape. Right?
Well, considering it's
Yeah.
rolling for them, it would be either, oh, we've decided to like come talk to you, or we've decided to make the escape. I would think, not necessarily that
yeah.
it works perfectly for Rose, because given the assumption that it's about them, it would be it works perfectly for them. They are like in control of the situation, but it's whether they decide to escape or whether they decide to confront. That'd be my, I guess that'd be my reading on it. But I'm not the GM here, so.
Okay. So here's what I've just rolled to roll for something. A couple hours later, Rose, you're by yourself, I think, staring off. Again, I don't know if you have a particular location you'd like to be in later today.
I think I'm at like the like front of the ship, the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was what's called? Yeah.
I think that's how
the
it is,
bow. Yeah, the aft is the back. So at the bow of the ship, like just like looking forward.
Just doing a little Titanic pose, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think you feel something hit your back, like a small pebble.
I turned around and look like like scratching the back of my head, like ow.
In the shadows, I think very quickly you see like the giant like actual structures of the boat itself on top. In the shadows of that structure, like you can see them clearly because you've just turned around and are staring directly at them. But anybody else that's walking would have to walk around this box effectively to go see them. In the shadows, kind of just hiding there, is Ignis, and just gives you like a look of like what.
I like raise my eyebrows and like tilt my head a bit and like give like a nod, like can I come up?
Gives you like a you rang type feeling.
Just rolls back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, Ignis kind of just like shrugs, I guess.
Okay, I guess I try to make my way up then, or wherever.
Actually, wait, would it be Ignis? There's only one of them that actually talks. That is Ignis, right? Yeah.
Ignis was the one that like initiated the conversation before.
Yeah, the other two don't actually speak. They're just hype men. I think.
Okay.
But Ignis is the one that actually has the muscle. All right. Yeah. So Ignis.
They actually
Ignis,
not speak, or do they just like they haven't spoken?
Their speaking roles are effectively just yeah, boss, go, boss.
Okay.
I don't have a proper voice for them. They're literally like background enemy NPC number 2 and number 3, like that sort of feeling. But Ignis is the leader of it, so Ignis kind of without
less cool rock formation number 1 and less cool rock formation number 2,
basically. And Ignis turns to you or looks at you just like, did you want something?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Ignis looks at you like confused. We're traveling, visiting a friend.
But what are you doing here?
I think
you're not on the
Ignis,
roster on the boat.
That's surprising.
Look, you were nice enough to talk to me on the train. I just wanted to try and see what's going on. It sounds like you might be in some trouble.
Me? Not at all. We're as cool as can be. No need to roll for this. You don't believe him. All calm, cool, and collected here. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then why are you squirting out fire?
It's got to be a clerical error. That's got to be the only reason. Administrative technology these days, you know what it is.
So you're friends with the Mousehold? That's where you're going, right? The mansion? You said they're friends?
Roll for me a insight, I guess.
That's beauty, right?
Correct.
I got a nat 1.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mouseholds and us go way back, ancient days. Their son Jebediah was in a tricky situation. We helped them out a while ago, and they've invited us over. They got a little invitation. I don't know if they've been sending those off regularly. We got a couple of those. I think he pulls out an invitation that looks familiar to what you have. You're still steps away. He's not handing it to you, but it does look like your invitation.
And I say, oh, that's great. I mean, I know of them. I don't know them personally. But I was surprised when I got an invitation as well.
Eyebrow raised. You got an invitation. Interesting. Just you?
Well,
anyone else?
I've seen what's his name? Magnet Pole North. They were saying they got an invitation too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know much about it though. If you're friends with them, could you tell me a bit about the mansion? Like, what should I expect?
They immediately start laying out the security scheme. Well, you see,
Well,
the
it's
night
very
guard takes
interesting.
a coffee break at 11:57.
We were planning on
they got a
entering
very
in this
interesting
door.
thing. Yeah, did you know? Look, they had a secret entrance in the back door. Did you know the entire thing is running on an E40 calibrate system? It's fat. Like,
If you cut this
no,
wire here, it turns off their laser system.
yeah, it's wild. No, well, the Mouseholds are an interesting group. They're remarkably social. They're trying to fix something, is what Jebediah was telling me a little bit ago. They're trying to fix some sort of issue, and that's why they've invited all of us there. Though what exactly it is, I'm not 100% sure. If you and I are both going, I'm not sure what skill sets you have that I don't, and vice versa. An officer corporal, you can feel like the frustration and the corporal and the sound of Corporal North is going as well. It has to be something that either requires all of our skill sets or they're just testing the best in the business.
That's interesting, because last time you told me you were going to hunt for treasure.
Well, that's just it.
Oh, the hunting for treasure is gonna help people? I don't follow. What treasure? Are they just gonna give you treasure?
The issue with the mansion is the treasure. At any point in time, by the way, I don't know if I've stated this to you. At any point in time, that like little vibe check ability thing, you can roll it on specific.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
effectively like a souped-up insight roll on specific statements or characters or whatever. Because I do want to have you guys. If you
Yeah.
feel like rolling stuff, roll it. Just let me know in advance. But don't just roll the die out of nowhere and be like, "I got a 12." What does that mean?
I got a natural 20.
Yeah, for what?
I just did.
For the story. That's it.
It means you tell me what happens next.
Yeah. But I don't know if you want to roll that now for the specific statement or roll something. I don't know if there's anything in mind.
I don't know. I think I just say, well, maybe if what we're doing there is all looking for treasure, I'll find you when we get there. Seems like you know a thing or two.
I know a bit about the family, but this treasure, though, it's going to require first-hand experience.
I guess I'll see you around then.
I suppose so.
And if possible, I would like to wait until he starts to go back somewhere and see where he's going.
I think Ignis just steps back into the shadow, and then it looks like they vanish, but in reality, they probably just hid behind a cardboard box or something and then just scooted away from there.
Skirt, skirt, skirt.
So you got that. I don't know if that's comforting or not. But you have more information.
It probably means that if I see him at the mansion, I'm gonna just try and follow him.
Wait, whatever ends up working. Cool. From there, that was you. We've done Kyle's bit. Anything else you would like to do before we go transition to the next day?
I would probably also just tell Kyle. Looks like, what did you call him? Rampage or whatever? They have invitations too.
Kyle just kind of slowly nods and I think just kind of shrugs. It's just like, yeah, actually makes sense.
They say they know the family.
At this, Kyle's eyebrows raise a little bit, but he's just like, okay. Cool. Good to know.
If you guys don't have anything else, we can go transition to the night. But sorry, I just wanted to...
Yeah, no, Kyle's only other follow-up would have just been like, did you get any real tangible information from them?
I like how Kyle doesn't consider any of that real information. I mean, they're gonna be there. They're looking for treasure. They say the treasure's gonna help. That's all they know.
Kyle just kind of slowly nods, just like, okay, cool.
Good news. Well, it's interesting news. I've written stuff down in the red book, like properly. It's taken an entire page.
Anirudh just cooked up the next 5 episodes.
Let's see, I don't need this anymore.
It's all about the backstory behind Rock and Rampage.
Yeah, basically. I think... Let's see here. We got that. Okay, cool. I think unless you guys have anyone else that you want to talk to or anything specific you want to do, we can transition to nighttime.
Kyle's only thing on the agenda was let North know that that him and Rose are also tagging along. So, yep.
The way you sound that makes it sound like the next words that come out of your mouth, Anirudh, are going to be roll for dream.
Me? Never. On a completely unrelated note, I would like you guys to roll a smart roll for a particular vision that occurs while asleep in the night.
Huh. Interesting.
Crazy how
We
that
gain
works.
clairvoyance.
18 plus 1.
19 plus 1. Ha.
Well played.
How do I want to do this? I'm gonna let you guys choose. They will lead down 2 different paths, neither of which have been made up, but of course that's my style. Would you guys like to have the same dream or different dreams?
Why would you ask us this?
Because I would like you guys to involuntarily choose your next path.
Same dream, same dream, same dream.
I'll leave it up to you. I know what Rose wants.
I rolled same dream.
Your Daisy wants. Both of you the same dream?
I rolled same dream.
I rolled the dice and it came up same dream.
Okie doke. So, the same dream. Okay. You guys go to bed at roughly the same times and open your eyes to find yourself in pitch blackness.
Whoa. It's pitch blackness in here.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I think when you say that, Kyle, you hear that.
And Kyle's eyes go wide because he wasn't ready for that. Kyle had dream, saw pitch black, and kind of just, he was like, all right, I've been here before, and kind of just sat down. And then hears a voice that's just like, huh. Interesting.
Do you respond back? Because you can't see them. But
No, but I think Kyle is gonna patiently wait for the lights to come on because Kyle has some vague idea. Like Kyle's experienced. Well, this Kyle hasn't experienced this, but a different Kyle has experienced this. And so Kyle's just like, all right, it's something. I have this feeling of, let me just wait, and things will clarify themselves. And it sounds like Rose is also in the stream, and things will clarify in a little bit for the both of us.
Rose, your thoughts?
I just go, hello? Hello? And I start to walk forward.
I think with every step you take, Rose, the step you leave behind lights up, providing a little bit of light. And Kyle, I think you're not too far off. You can probably see this maybe like 10, 15 feet away. You see like footsteps light up, and then you see the back of Rose as they're left behind. Unless Rose turns around and is like, whoa, that's a light.
I mean, I would probably do like that little like weird step dance where I like see that happening and go, oh, whoa, what's happening there? Oh, okay. Keep walking.
From where Kyle's sitting, does it just look like light, or is there like, is it like a
It's like a-
window into where we are?
I think with every step you take, it sort of like lights up like a light bulb and like illuminates that area. And what you're seeing is grass, I think is the best way to describe it. So you're like, you're in a forest, in a lawn, I don't know, it could be anything.
I think Kyle's gonna make his way over to where Rose started.
I
that
think
first
in the
set of
distance now,
footsteps.
maybe like 30 feet away in front of you, you see Rose walking ahead.
Yeah, I think Kyle's just gonna. Kyle's gonna kind of sit and patiently wait because there's gonna be something and Rose is gonna spook, and that's when Kyle's gonna show up. Kyle's like, all right, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this one.
That's exactly what Rose needs right now.
Always assuming, Kyle. Always assuming.
And I think, well, Rose, I think very quickly as you're walking ahead, you start to get more senses around you. You start to feel that grass under your feet now, as opposed to just being spots. You feel the grass on your feet. You start to smell the ocean air. And as you look around, as things start to get more and more illuminated, you realize you are literally on some sort of lawn right now. It's the best way to describe it. It's a well-manicured lawn. You also realize if you take another step forward, you will fall because you're at the edge of this long cliff thing. Below you is a bunch of rocks, the ocean waves crashing against it. Barring an extreme shift of attitude, I think you're going to stop walking.
Yeah, I seeing the cliff, I go, oh, whoa, huh, okay. So we're at an edge. Is that the edge?
And I think, I know, Kyle,
Yeah.
you see this as well.
Once Kyle sees Rose stop moving, Kyle's just gonna Kyle's gonna follow that kind of pathway and look around, see if there's anything that speaks out to him before he gets to Rose.
Kyle, roll history. Rose, actually, you can roll. Yeah, Rose, roll a investigation, I guess, which is also smart.
I've got 6+1.
I got
Gotcha.
4+1.
You're in a lawn. That's as far as the light is allowing you to see. You can smell the ocean. You can sort of feel like you're on some sort of coastline, I guess is the best way to describe it.
A rocky,
Kyle,
a
the
rocky
back of your
coastline.
head, a rocky coastline. Kyle, the back of your head, something feels like you should be remembering something here, but you're not, and no clue why that's the case. But it's,
Why would
it's
you tell me
bugging you,
this?
but you can't figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. This lawn, we haven't illuminated any sort of pathway on this lawn, right? It's just been
Not
straight
particularly.
grass.
It's like you literally, it's like, yeah, it's just straight grass at this point. For all you know, and you sort of get this feeling, though you get this feeling, but you've ruled it out immediately. It feels like you're on a golf course.
Huh.
It's got that feel to it.
Okay, gotcha. It's very well
but immediately
manicured.
you're like, this isn't a golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, well manicured. The grass is very low. The coastline, like some sort of, coastline golf course type thing. But
Yeah, so nice
you rule
rocky
that out
cliffs.
very quickly. Yeah, rocky cliffs and all that.
I think Kyle, he's not noticing anything. He's like, man, I can't think of what it is. And as he's like trying to rack his brain, he finally reaches like he's coming up to where Rose is, and he kind of comes up beside Rose and just taps Rose on the shoulder.
Huh? Hello? Oh. You're here too. Do you know where this is?
Kyle just shakes his head. Also, does Rose understand that this is Kyle and not just like this is just Kyle's in my dream. I have a dream and Kyle's featuring in the dream.
Well, I think Rose remembers a thing that Adam said about dreams. And
Right, yeah, y'all had that conversation.
in her mind tries to like fly. a little bit, like off the ground?
You are unable to fly, which makes this a vision as opposed to a dream. Is the best way to describe it, I suppose.
I think this is real.
Kyle just has a little bit of a puzzled look, but then immediately like shakes it off, just like what's semantics? So it's like whatever, like all right, different words for the same thing. And then Kyle's just gonna nod his head down the coastline and just like all right, just nods his head to the coastline and be like, all right, let's start walking.
Yeah, and I guess Rose walks towards the coastline.
No, like along the coastline. Like Kyle's walking down, like alongside the cliffs.
Right, the cliffs like receded a bit, right? Like it went down towards the water at one end, right? Is that what you're saying?
No. Like Kyle's walking along the lawn at the top of the cliffs. Just like we have like, because Kyle doesn't see a path.
Kyle's
so
walking
like,
along the edge.
Yeah. Kyle's just walking along because there's no other direction to walk, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's where I was gonna go. Like, I guess in my head it like started to slope down.
Gotcha.
But
As you guys
I might have heard that wrong, or maybe just implemented my own vision of what golf courses on the beaches of California look like.
No, I'm imagining
guys
more
walk
Scotland, like sheer cliffs into the water, and this is like right on the edge, like above the ocean, above the sea.
As you guys walk along the edge here, you start to hear like voices getting louder and louder. Like not louder and louder like they're yelling, but louder and louder like you're getting closer to.
I think Kyle is gonna stop for a second, listen for where the voices are coming from, and then nod in that direction and start walking.
Yeah, are they coming from any specific direction?
No, they're in the direction that you're walking.
Yeah. So I think we keep walking, but are they familiar voices? Do we hear them? Like understand them?
It seems
or?
like there are a lot, so it's not easy to pick out a person.
Okay. So likewise, we can't understand the words they're saying?
No, you just hear.
Like you're hearing a crowd from a distance kind of vibe.
You're hearing a crowd. Yeah, that's basically it.
Guess nothing to do but keep walking. If nothing else is happening.
Also, is it just like open grass ahead of us? Is there any sort of like,
I think as you're continuing to walk closer and closer to the crowd, the grass sort of fades away and then builds into some sort of like pathway, a walkway. I
Okay.
think. And if you follow the walkway, you're following the crowd.
Yeah. Once we reach a walkway, Kyle's like, all right, perfect, and starts strolling along, nice and casual.
Yeah, I'm just along for the ride now, I guess. Can't make any sense of anything that's happened so far, so I'm just walking.
So as you're walking along, I think you quickly catch up to the crowd and you start walking past them. Everybody here you recognize. You quickly walk past. First off, at least one of you recognizes them. So you walk past. You see, and I'm just going to throw Pokemon names out. You feel free to react as you wish. You see, and here's a couple of them. You see, I think as you're walking past, you see a Magnezone, a Quagsire, an Ampharos, a Steelix, a Glaceon, a Metagross, a Dartrix, a Sizzlipede, a Duskull, and then you reach the front. That wasn't everybody, but that's a lot of people.
It sounds like these might be some of the people, or it looks like these might be some of the people that we know will be at the mansion.
And you step on up ahead, and you look up to see the blank mansion in all of its majestic glory. And this is a majestic house.
As mansions tend to be.
As mansions tend to be, yes.
I think Kyle's looking around for any signs of where other people might be. Like, is there anyone else outside the mansion, or are we sneaking our way on in?
You see this crowd. It looks like whatever they've done. It looks like they're all headed from the coastline back up, and now they're starting to disperse. So they're looking around for something. Is the best way to describe it.
Okay.
So you see a
Scavenger
couple
hunt
folks over
vibes.
there, folks over here. Yep, basically. Is there anyone you would look for in particular? I've named some of the people here. I have not named everybody.
I mean, I'd be looking for Rock and Rampage if I haven't seen them.
Okay, if you want to go for Rock and Rampage.
Does Rose tell Kyle this? Does Rose just go off on her own? What's the what's
I mean,
Rose's MO?
I think I was just like scanning the crowd, right? And then if I see them, I would go them, or would I actually be walking around? Because I guess if I mean, Rose's understanding of this situation, given Kyle's interaction with it as well, is that like we're not really discussing much about it. So if she doesn't see them right away, she'll probably start walking around to look without saying anything.
All right, so you're looking around for Rock and Rampage, Kyle?
Yeah.
I think Kyle. Can Kyle tell Rose knows where she's going, or is Rose just meandering here?
I mean, I guess considering Anirudh hasn't said that I have seen them yet, then I probably don't look like I necessarily know directionally. But
Well,
I'm just-
when I say knows where she's going, I meant just in terms of like, is she walking with purpose, or is she walking with just like what's going on? You know?
you can tell that she's walking and like observing, so like scanning the crowd. So they
Okay.
are looking for someone.
All right. If Rose is very clearly doing that, Kyle's just gonna make a mental note of where they split off and start searching scanning and searching in the other direction and see, who's in that direction, what activity is going on. If he can find the owners of the mansion, right, somewhere, that would be cool. He'd like to keep tabs on them, but otherwise he's kind of just generally scanning and waiting for some event.
Gotcha. Sorry, say that. Are you looking for someone in particular, or just looking for stuff to happen?
Kyle's looking for activity. Mainly.
Or the owners, right?
Owners secondarily, but primarily Kyle's like, usually when we have these sorts of... Kyle's like, usually when I have this sort of dream, that means there is something of note that happens that I can know about in some way, shape, or form. So... whether or not the big gathering itself is the event, or whether or not there's this one specific little outcome that pops out.
I think, as you're looking around, you see some Pokemon. There's now, as you take to look at the crowd, there's some Pokemon you don't recognize, but that doesn't come into your head very quickly. Kyle... You get a sense that someone is watching you. I think, Rose, you get the sense as well, very quickly.
Interesting. Kyle's gonna do a very quick kind of sweep of both like the area around him, but also Kyle's gonna also kind of like look up and see if there's, any sort of a vantage point someone could be peeking in at.
Rose, someone is watching you.
Yeah, I think my like strategy shifts then from like specifically looking for someone to then just like swiveling my head and like over my shoulders, checking, like turning behind me, trying to notice if anyone is looking at me directly.
For both of these, go for investigation. You're looking for two different things, though. So that's a smart roll, by the way. Oh.
It's 9 + 1, 10 for me.
10 + 1.
Gotcha. Kyle, whoever is looking for you is on the ground. You get that. So the only person that could be the one that's looking for you is somebody that's here. One of these people that were familiar / not familiar to you. One of them is looking for you. You get that far. Rose, you're looking around and realize that it's somebody that you recognize. I won't tell you who. I'm going to say that everybody's clumped up now. And for convenience sake, it happens to be clumped up between the people that were on the boat and the people that aren't on the boat. So from that perspective, you can tell it's somebody that's on the boat, but you can't tell who.
Right. Also, it's probably a little bit of that dream fog as well.
Yeah, that as
Like,
well.
I can't particularly make out this person, but I do recognize them. Is there any particular like thing that I could hold on to if I were to try and like look for them later? Or is it just nothing is recognizable? Nothing is like in the moment I recognize them, but like trying to wake up and think about it, it's like I remember I knew
think
them,
you would.
but
I think you would
nothing about them.
recognize this looking feeling. That would happen. So if it were to happen to you again, you would recognize who it's coming from.
Okay.
But because of your mixed role, I can't say that there's any specifics
Right.
about it. And another thing that's happening to both of you is that you feel yourself being forced out of the dream. So normally it sort of like fades out and you tend to be the cause of it, or you know, like the story's over, that's it, time to officially sleep. Unlike that, this time it seems like someone is like leave type of feeling.
They've given us the kick.
They've kicked you out of your own dream, effectively, is what we're saying here. So last call for anything you want to do before I kick you out of your own dream.
I think I just go, wait, what?
Kyle's doing one more sweep around the ground before he like gets pulled out of this. Just like, all right, hold on. Is there someone else here who's not part of the dream? Because Kyle thought it was just the two of them, right?
Roll insight.
Come on, and that's 7 minus 1.
You're trying to look around, trying to find anything, and all you can tell is that the person there knows that you exist. And with that comforting feeling of not really much of anything, both of you, I think, forcefully wake up in your bed at the same time. Just boom. And with that, we will end the episode there.
Wait, what?
I feel like I have an inkling feeling of what you're setting up, and I don't like it. But also, like, I don't understand it either. It makes no sense to me.
I have no idea what's going on, and I'm just gonna find out.
I have a theory, and it's a theory that I'm like, I can throw this out in like 10 different ways, and that's what terrifies me, because I'm like, that's the only thing I have right now, and it makes no sense.
Well, a perfect opportunity to do so is in the post-game show that we're theoretically recording right now, which all of you can check out on Patreon because it's the end of our session today. Thanks everyone for listening, watching, and supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do. My headphones said battery low, please charge now. So, until next time, I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself.
I've been Muhammad playing Kyle.
And I've been Daisy, playing Rose.
I like how you say it very slow.
I was trying not to say menswear.
And until next time, be sure, remember, charge your headphones when they ask you to, because it's probably important.